So, Jan, can you introduce yourself, please?
Sure. So I'm Jan. I'm a director here at Unilever Ventures. My background, trained as an engineer. First half of my career was in marketing with Unilever in international roles. Got involved in startups, and I was one of the founder members then of Unilever Ventures. So Unilever Ventures was founded in 2002. There were two overriding goals when we set up Unilever Ventures. The first was to make money, which was unusual at the time because most corporate venturing activities were focused purely on strategic return. The second was to deliver a strategic return for Unilever, and broadly those two objectives remain constant since 2002.
So could you give us some idea of the types of investments you're looking to make?
So since we raised our Fund 3, which was about 2.5 years ago, the focus of our investments have been around two areas. One is personal care and beauty care, and the second is around a theme of digital transformation, which is around digital marketing, digital commerce, e-commerce, and general software that transforms businesses.
And the structure of your fund is a GP/LP fund, which is a little bit unusual maybe in corporate venturing spheres?
Yeah, so we are set up as other VC funds are. We're structured and incentivized in the same way. The only difference really between us and most of the other funds is we've only got one investor, which is Unilever.
An example of how you go through your due diligence and look at the flow of ventures that you deal with?
Sure, okay. I mean, I suppose every year we probably review more than 500 businesses. We probably get a serious look at 50 plus businesses, and we will typically do 5 or more investments in a typical year.
So within Unilever Ventures, could you give us a bit of an introduction to the team and the people, because people are so important, and who are the managing partners, how long they've been around, and yourself who've been around now for 14 years, and that. Give us an introduction to that.
Yeah, so I think we have now a lot of experience in the team at VC, but I think when we were putting our team together, and it's still something that we hold dear, is to have a blend of experiences of people who understand VC and finance, and people who understand particularly Unilever and the organisation that we're relating to. The thing that makes us different from other investors in the market is we have unique access to Unilever, and our job is the same as Unilever's job, which is to make money. We think about it in the longer term rather than this year's sales. We think about capital appreciation. But getting the right team at Unilever Ventures is crucial. So it's a blend of skills. It's also experiences outside of the organisation and in the organisation, and then it's people who've got really good analytical, intellectual skills, but people who are also very good at dealing with people and negotiating and achieving the right outcomes.
So how do you position Unilever Ventures and corporate ventures really compared to other VCs or angel investors?
I think what we as Unilever Ventures bring is a unique aspect of bringing Unilever to the party, and I think we find that Unilever behaviour is often very similar to other big companies, and what we're able to do is really understand how we think Unilever is going to behave in a way that other VCs aren't going to behave. It's a great advantage, but it's not everything, and I think when we started on our journey, we felt that we were competitive with all the other VCs and corporate venturing firms, and our job was to, if you like, win in the market. I think now, actually, we find that we win when our partners win, and what we look to do is to partner with other investors, typically VCs, but sometimes corporates, sometimes other parties who can also bring great value. And I think it's a combination of great cash and great value, and working as a team is what results in a great framework, but a great partnership that delivers fantastic results. And I think what we've learned is we're not competing really with all the other investors. We're working in an ecosystem to deliver the best result we can.
So how do you counter the view from some VCs that corporates are just too slow, too aligned to their strategy, aren't there for the financial output? How do you counter that sort of comment?
I think some corporates are too slow. I think many corporates in VC are too slow and are too obsessed with their corporate objectives. And I think what we've done at Unilever Ventures is we've aligned ourselves with the interests of other investors And as a team, our investment partners know that our objectives are the same as theirs, which is to make a great success of the company, to maximise the value and to sell it at the highest value. And I think any corporate who's not aligned around those objectives is going to run into trouble. And I think some corporates have made life harder because they've given a general perception that we are all very self-centered and self-obsessed. But I think we as Unilever Ventures have managed to develop a good track record as somebody that other VCs like to work with. And certainly here in Europe, but increasingly in the US, we've got a lot of partners who think we're great partners to work with and like coming back to us for future opportunities.
And one of your early investments was Brain Juicer. Could you give us a bit of an example of that as an investment, please?
Yeah, so I think when we invested in Brain Juicer, it was not in the core of the area that we were looking at, but we found a really compelling management team with an idea that resonated with the experience of a few of the members of the team here at Unilever Ventures, and something that we thought was tangible and practical without requiring too much capital to get off the ground.